Hi and hello my dear students. Welcome to my channel Max Tutor Vanmati. This video is based on class 10th new syllabus. No more fear for exam by following my videos. Today we are going to see in 10th Max Unit 2 is Fundamental Theorem of Arithmetic. Okay, here Fundamental Theorem of Arithmetic statement is given as every natural number except 1 can be factorized as a product of primes, and this factorization is unique except for the order in which the prime factors are written. This is the statement of the fundamental theorem of arithmetic. There is no proof in your textbook. Okay. Next we can see the flow chart of the fundamental theorem of arithmetic. Okay, by using the statement, this is given. First, this is your natural numbers. Okay, first we are factorizing this. When we are factorizing, if the factors are themselves are primes, means we can stop. Or else this can be factorized into another 2, and that can be factorized into another 2. Like that it goes on. Further splitting the factors which are not prime, and we have to continue the process till we get only the prime numbers. At last we need only the prime numbers. That only here they are given as this P1 power Q2, P2 power Q2, P3 power Q3, etc. Pn power Qn. Here P1, P2, etc. Pn are your primes, and Q1, Q2, Q3, etc. Qn are your natural numbers. While factorizing, till we get primes, we have to factorize the term. If we are getting the primes, then we can terminate the process. Okay. Next we can see the problems. Okay, let us take one example for this fundamental theorem of arithmetic. Now we are going to factorize this term. Okay, now we are going to factorize it 327640 using prime factorization. Okay, it is ends with 0, so surely it can divide it by 2. Okay, 2 1s are 2, 2 6 are 12, 2 3s are 6, 2 8s are 16, 2 2s are 4, 0. And again 2 8s are 16, 2 1s are 2, 2 9s are 18, 2 1s are 2, and again 0. 2 4s are 8, 2 9s are 18, 2 5s are 10. And again it ends with 5, so it cannot be divided by 2. So we can check whether it can divide it by 3 or 5. Okay, we can take 5. Okay, 5 8s are 40, 5 1s are 5, 5 9s are 45, and this ends with 9. So we cannot be divided into 2 and 5. We can go for 3. 3 2s are 6, 3 7s are 21, 3 3s are 9. And again in 3 table we can factorize this. 3 9s are 27, 3 1s are 3, and after that 3 2 5 it won't come. Okay, next we are going to see whether what number we can factorize. In 7 table we can factorize this. Okay, 7 1s are 7, 7 3s are 21, so 7 into 13 91, and 31 cannot be factorized, so 31 1s are 31. Okay, now we are going to write this as 2 into 2 into 2 into 5 into 3 into 3 into 7 into 13. This can be written in the form P1 power Q1, like that we saw in the fundamental theorem, no? So like that we are going to write 2 power 3, 1 2 3, 2 times it is repeating, so 2 power 3, 5 power 1, only one time it came, 3 square, 7 power 1, 13 power 1. Okay, from this we can say that every composite number can be written uniquely as the product of power of primes. Okay, this is nothing but your fundamental theorem of arithmetic, and this fundamental theorem of arithmetic has many significances. That is, this is used mainly in the applications of mathematics, and also it used in many fields. Vastly it is important in mathematics because it highlights the facts that prime numbers are the building blocks of all positive integers. Next we can go to the example problems in this section. Example 2.7. In the factor tree, find m and n. They have given one factor tree, okay, with incomplete numbers. We are going to find this m value and n value. Okay, from the last we can see this box is split into 2 numbers. So multiplying this 2 you get 5 2s are 10. Okay, and this n can be split into these two. So multiplying this will get your n value. 5 tens are 50. N is equal to 50. Okay, in the place you will get 50. And again 3 into this n will get this box. 3 into 50 is your 150. Okay, and by multiplying these two you will get your m value. 2 into 150 is your 300. From this we can say that m is equal to 300 and n is equal to 50. Clear? Okay. By this we can directly write like this, okay, or else you can write it in the statement, and finally you can conclude m is equal to 300 and n is equal to 50. Okay, next example. Example 2.8. Can the number 6 power n being a natural number, end with digit 5? Give reason for your answer. Here what they have given is, they have given one number 6 power n, and here this n is your natural number, and they are asking whether it end with digit 5 or not. We have to give the answer for that question also. Okay, so you are taking 6 power n, and this can be splitted into 2 into 3 power n. Okay, this can be factorized. 2 3s are 6, so 2 into 3 whole power n further can be divided into 2 power n into 3 power n. Okay, here 2 is a factor of 6. Okay, then factor of 6 power n. Here 2 is even, so even number cannot end with digit 5. So by this we can say that 6 power n cannot end with digit 5. Okay, understood? Next example. Example 2.9 is 7 into 5 into 3 into 2 plus 3 a composite number. Justify your answer. Okay, the question is, they have given one number, that is 7 into 5 into 3 into 2 plus 3. We have to check whether this is a composite number or not. Okay, going to the solution. This can be written as 7 into 5 into 3 into 2 plus 3 can be written as, here we have 2 3's. Okay, taking 3 outside, then you will get 7 into 5 into 2 plus 1. Okay, here 1 3, here 1 3 is there. This 3 can be multiplied, and this 3 when multiplied here you will get plus 3. Okay, by this 3 into, then next multiplying, adding this, you will get 71. This is your prime numbers. Okay, from this we can say that the given number can be factorized in terms of 2 primes. Okay, from this we can easily say the number, the given number is a composite number. Clear? Once again I'll repeat. They have given a number, we have to check whether this is a composite number or not. Okay, so here we have 2 3's, taking 1 3 outside, and this can be multiplied, and you will get into 7 into 5 into 3 into 2, and this again multiplying here you will get plus 3. Okay, 3 into multiplying this term and adding, you will get 71. This is your 2 prime numbers. So by this the given number can be factorized as the 2 primes. So by this we can say the given number is a composite number. Clear? Next example. Example 2.10. If a and b are two positive integers such that a power b into b power a equal to 800, find a and b. Okay, the given question is, they have given two positive integers as a and b, and a power b into b power a is equal to 800. They have given one equation. Okay, from this we are going to find the values of a and b. Okay, first let us take this. 800 can be factorized using prime factorization. 2 into 400, 2 into 200, 2 into 100, 2 into 50, 2 into 25 and 5 into 5. Clear? 800 is factorized like this, and we are writing the powers as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 power 5 into 1 2 5 square, which is equal to 800. Mark this as first and mark this as second. Comparing these two, left hand side you equate it, a power b into b power a, which is equal to 2 power 5 into 5 power 2. Clear? Here a is your 2 and b is your 5, or else a equal to 2, b equal to 5, or a equal to 5, b equal to 2. Okay, this is your values of a and b. Okay, next we can move on to the exercise problems. Exercise 2.2. Exercise 2.2, first problem. This first problem is the base of example 2.8. By comparing that, you can solve this problem. For what values of natural number n, 4 power n can end with digit 6. Okay. Here n is your natural number and they are asking whether 4 power n can end with 6. Okay. 4 power n can be written as 2 into 2 whole power n, further written as 2 power n, 2 power n. Okay, here 2 is a factor of 4. Obviously, 2 is even, which implies 4 power n is always even. By this we can say that if 4 power n is end with 6, n should be even. Okay. Therefore, for the even powers of n, 4 power n will end with the even number. From this, your answer is over. Next, we can see the second problem. Exercise 2.2, second problem. If m, n are natural numbers, for what values of m does 2 power n cross 5 power m ends in 5? Okay, they have given two natural numbers as m, n, and for what values of m they are asking, does this 2 power n cross 5 power m ends in digit 5. Okay, so we are considering x is equal to 2 power n into 5 power m. Okay, here n and m are natural numbers. Here 2 power n is even. When you give n is equal to 0, n is equal to 1, any number, you will get the even values only. So, from this we can say 2 power n is even. Next, for what? For any value of m, 2 power n cross 5 power m will not be ended with 5. Because this is your even number. If multiplying anything, you will get the even number only. You can't able to get the digit 5. So from this we can say that no value of m will x makes true. So this statement is false. No value of m can be end with 5. Okay. Next problem. Exercise 2.2, third problem. Find the HCF of 2,52,525 and 3,63,636. Okay, we are going to use prime factorization. Okay, going to find the highest common factor of these two numbers. This can be factorized using 5, 5 5s are, 5 5s are, 5 5s are, and further 5 1s are, 5 1s are, 5 1s are, 3 3s are, 3 3s are, 3 6s are, 3 7s are, and again 3 1s are, 3 1. This cannot be factorized into 3, it can be factorized into 7, 7 into 481, and again here 2 1s are, 2 8s are, 2 1s are, 2 8s are, 2 1s are, 2 8s are, and again 2 9s are, 2 9s are, 2 9s are, 3 3s are, 3 3s are, 3 3s are, 3 1s are, and again this will come 3 3s are, 3 3s are, 3 6s are, 3 7s are, 7 into 481s are 3,367. Okay, and again this can be written as 5 into 5 into 3 into 7 for 25, 25, 25, and for 36, 36, 36 it can be written as 2 into 2 into 3 into 3 into 7 into 481. Okay, Common terms are 481, 7 and 13. Okay, HCF of this both numbers is 3 into 7 into 481. So HCF value is 10,101. While multiplying this, you will get this final answer. Clear? Let us go on to the fourth problem. Exercise 2.2 fourth problem. If 13,824 equal to 2 power a into 3 power b, we are going to find the values of a and b. Okay. First we are going to factorize this 13,824. It ends with 4, so we can factorize using 2. 2 6 are 12, 2 9s are 18, 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are 4. And again it ends with 2. 2 3s are 6, 2 4s are 8, 2 5s are 10, 2 6 are 12. And again we can factorize by 2. 2 1s are, 2 7s are 14, 2 2s are 4, 2 8s are 16. And again 2 8s are 16, 2 6s are 12, 2 4s are 8, 2 4s are 8, 2 3s are 6, 2 2s are 4, 2 2s are 4, 2 1s are 2, 2 6 are 12, 2 1s are, 2 8s are, 2 5s are, 2 4s are, 2 2s are 4, 2 7s are 14, 3 9s are 27, 3 3s are 9. Okay. Now what is the given equation? 13,824 equal to 2 power a into 3 power b. Take it as first. And now you write this 13,824 can be written as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2 power 9 into 1, 2, 3. 3 cube. By comparing this 1 and 2, we can write a value as your 9 and b value is your 3. Clear? Next problem. Exercise 2.2 fifth problem. If p1 power x1, p2 power p2 power x2 into p3 power x3 into p4 power x4 equal to 1,13,400. Here this p1, p2, p3, p4 are your primes and x1, x2, x3, x4 are your integers. Now we are going to find the values of p1, p2, p3, p4 and x1, x2, x3 and x4. Okay. So factorizing the term 1,13,400. Okay. This can be factorized using two tables. 2 5s are 10, 2 6 are 12, 2 7s are 14 and again 2 2s are 4, 2 8s are 16, 2 3s are 6, 2 5s are 10. And again 2 1s are, 2 4s are, 2 1s are, 2 7s are, 2 5s are. Next by using 3 table we can factorize. 3 4s are 12, 3 7s are 21, 3 2s are 6, 3 5s are 15. And again 3 table, 3 1s are, 3 5s are, 3 7s are, 3 5s are. And again this can be factorized using 3 5s are 15, 3 2s are 6, 3 5s are 15 and again 3 1s are, 3 7s are, 3 5s are, 5 3s are, 5 5s are, 5 7s are. Okay. Next we are going to write this term as 113400 equal to 1 2 3 2 cube into 1 2 3 4 3 power 4 into 5 square into 7 one time 7 power 1. Clear? By comparing this, mark it as this first equation and this second one. By comparing this, you can write this is your P1. P1 is your 2, P2 is your 3, P4 is your, P3 is your 5, P4 is your 7. Similarly, X1 is your 3, X2 is your 4, X3 is your 2, X4 is your 1. Okay, clear? Factorizing, after factorizing, we are comparing that with the first equation and we are finding the values of P1, P2, P3, P4, X1, X2, X3 and X4. Okay, next we can move on to the sixth problem. Exercise 2.2 seventh problem. find the greatest number consisting of 6 digits which is exactly divisible by 24, 15 and 36. Okay, now we are going to find the greatest number consisting of 6 digits and this can be exactly divisible by these 3 numbers. Okay, first we are taking LCM for these numbers 24, 15, 36. Okay, 3 8s are 24, 3 5s are 15, 3 1s are 3, 3 2s are 6. And again 2 4s are 8, 2 6s are 12. And again 2 2s are 4, 2 3s are 6. Now it can be written as 3 square into 2 cube into 5. On multiplying you get 360. Okay, the greatest 6-digit number is 9,99,999. This is your greatest 6-digit number. Now we are going to divide this number by this 360. Okay, dividing 9,99,999. Okay, here is your 360. 360 2s are 720. On minusing you will get 2799 and further 2520 and again you will get 2799 further 2520. It goes on, so you will get your answer as 277. So now what we are going to do is subtracting this both numbers, that is from this to this. Okay, 999, that is 9,99,999 minus 277, you will get 9,99,720. Okay, this is your greatest number consisting of 6 digits 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, clear? Understood? Next problem. 8th problem. What is the smallest number that when divided by 3 numbers such as 35, 56 and 91 leaves remainder 7 in each case? Okay, here now we are going to find the smallest number. In last problem we have found the greatest 6-digit number. Here we are going to find the smallest number that is divided by 3 numbers, this 35, 56 and 91, and leaves the remainder 7 in each of the cases. Okay, so the required number what you will be getting is LCM of these 3 numbers 35, 56, 91 plus your remainder 7. By taking LCM for this and adding this 7, you will get the required smallest number. Okay, first taking LCM for 35, you get 7 5s are 35 and for 56 7 5s are 35, 7 6 are 42, 7 7s are 49, 7 8s are 56. Okay, and again this can be factorized as 2 4s are, 2 2s are, 2 1s are. Okay, and again 91 can be factorized as 7 13s are your 91, 13 1s are 13. And here we can write the LCM as LCM is equal to 7 into 5 into 13 into 8. That is your 2 cube. 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8. Clear? And by multiplying this you will get 3640. Okay. Next your required number. What is your required number? LCM of this number plus 7. So we can write LCM of this number is 3640 plus 7. So the required number is 3647. This is the smallest number. Okay. Next problem. Exercise 2.2. Last problem. Problem number 9. Find the least number that is divisible by the first 10 natural numbers. Okay, now we are going to find the least number, and that number is divisible by the first 10 natural numbers. First we can write the first 10 natural numbers. First 10 natural numbers are, natural number starts with 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and then 10. Okay, we have written 10 natural numbers. Now we are going to write the factors for this. Okay, 1 and 2 only it come, 3 and 4 it can be written as 2 into 2 or 2 square. Okay, and 5 can be written as 5, 6 can be written as 2 into 3. Okay, and 7 can be written as 7, 8 can be written as 2 into 2 into 2. This is your 2 power 3. Okay, and 9 can be written as 3 into 3. It can be written as 3 square, and 10 can be written as 5 into 2. Okay, LCM for 1 is 1, 2 is 2, 3 is 3 and 4 is 2 square, 5 is 5, 6 is 2 into 3, 7 is 7, 8 is 2 cube, 9 is 3 square and 10 is 5 into 2. Clear? From this we are going to find the LCM as first taking the power 2. Okay, here is your 2. Here is your 2, and again here 1 2, here 1 2, here 1 2. Okay, from this you choose the highest power. So here 2 square, here 2 cube and again 2. So highest power is your 2 cube. Okay, write it here as 2 cube. Okay, next is your power. Next you consider 3. This is your 3. And again here is your 3 and again here is your 3 square. In this the highest power is 3 square. Clear? Into 3 square. Okay, next is your 5. Here 1 5, here 1 5. So we can commonly write it as 1 5. 5 power 1. So we can write it as 5. And again only 1 7 is there. So writing into 7. Okay, now 2 cube is your 8, 3 square is your 9, 5 into 7. 8 9s are 72. 7 5s are 35. Multiplying you will get 2520. This is the answer for this problem. Clear? Up to this your exercise 2.2 is completed. From tomorrow we can see the exercise 2.3 and the modular arithmetic. Okay, using that modular arithmetic we are going to solve the exercise 2.3.
I hope you all clear about today's video. Feel free to comment your doubts or just mail your doubts to me. Okay, I am there for you to rectify your doubts. If you like my channel, then subscribe my channel for more videos. Thank you. Meet you soon in next video.